This weekend, I wrapped up my final market of 2024 at another small village Christmas market. The setup didn't go as smoothly as planned, the booth was very different than expected, and so the start was a bit stressful. But in the end, the beautiful town, festive atmosphere, and incredible support from so many people made it all worth it. It turned out to be a super successful market and a memorable way to close out my first year of doing markets. So here's a behind the scenes look at how it all came together. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica and I run a small business called loopingteddys. And welcome back to another market vlog. And this is actually the final market vlog for this year. It's the last Christmas market and it's the final market of the year. And the week leading up to this market was actually so stressful that I'm filming this intro right after my market is over because we ended up selling almost out of plushies at the last market. So I spent the whole week trying to prep as much inventory as I could, and I ended up getting a little over 600 euros worth of plushie inventory ready for this market, which ended up being nowhere near enough, but more about that later. I don't want to spoil this market for you, so definitely stay tuned till the end because I will give you a financial breakdown of this market and kind of tell you some of the crazy stories that went on at this market, because this market honestly was such an up and down. More on that later. So for now, let's get into the market vlog. Good morning, friends. It's now market day and I'm currently in the middle of setup. And it's such a catastrophe. I've never had a less organized market. I did not know what the booth was going to look like. I asked a couple of times the organizers and they never responded to me. So that's quite the catastrophe. I didn't know that I needed to bring my own backing for the booth, so I don't have a backdrop. The booth is bigger than I thought, so my tablecloth doesn't fit, and overall it's just a whole ordeal to set up right now. It's such a chaos. There's also no electricity in the booth, so I have the most amazing booth neighbors who help me out with that. But overall, I'm not so happy with the market so far, so we will see if that keeps being the same impression throughout this market. But for now, I'm super stressed out and I don't usually get stressed easily, so it's quite the difficult situation right now. But I'm trying to push through, so we will see how that will work and how that market day will go. I think that this market will be huge, but I'm not sure. My booth looks very unprofessional, so I'm kind of sad about that. But we will see. Also, this is the last market for this year, so I'm kind of sad that right now it's such a chaos because for the rest of the Christmas market, I've had such great markets, but so far this one is a chaos. So we will see. I will continue setup right now and then we will see how the day goes.
Everybody knows Christmas is coming. Thank one and all. Time to hang your stockings, baby, and have yourself a ball. People all over this big world, they're getting ready to play. Kissing under the mistletoe and rocking the night away. So let's dance, baby. Let's swing the night away. Baby, hold me close, 'cause in our hearts Christmas is here to stay. Snowflakes falling gentle and bright, candles glow in the winter night. Families' laughter fills the air. Hearts so warm, love is everywhere. It's the time of the year we love. Thank the stars and the moon above. Hug your kids, tell your friends. Christmas time is here again. It's here again. Go tell your friends. falling gentle and bright. Candles glow in the winter night. Families' laughter fills the air. Hearts so warm, love is everywhere. It's the time and the king we love. Like the stars and the moon above. Hug your kids, tell your friends. Christmas time is here again. It's here again. Go tell your friends. Christmas time is here again. Christmas time is here again.
Okay, so let's talk a bit about my booth setup. I put my wristlets up very prominently because I feel like I had a little bit too much space in my booth this time compared to the other Christmas markets. So I had everything spaced out very much. I also put up my big shelf on top of my table this time just to fill up the space a bit more and make it look fuller than it was. And then I had my plushies set up on one side. And at the beginning of day one, it was actually looking pretty full, even though I only had mostly what I had crocheted in 1 week set up here. Then we have my cards very prominently in the middle as well, because I was really trying to sell a couple of those this time. And then on the right side of my booth, we have my home decor items set up with some backstock on the shelf for people to look at as well.
Und die Finger machen das mit?
Oh ja, ist eine weiche Wolle, das ist der
Ja,
Vorteil.
ich weiß schon,
Das
aber
zieht nicht so.
Die Schildkröten verfolgen. Genau, letztes Jahr nicht.
Ja, ich bin zum ersten Mal da jetzt.
Viel mehr als die letztes Jahr.
Insgesamt? Ja, das kann spannend sein.
Ich darf mal anfassen.
Ja, natürlich, gerne.
Das ist die optimale Wolle.
Ja, ist flauschig, ist auch noch ein bisschen dick, gell? Das geht auch schnell.
Genau.
Ja.
Das machen Sie?
Ja, das mache ich selber, genau.
Die hätte ich gerne.
Gerne. Dann sind es einmal 16 € bei
Ja.
Ihnen. Brauchen Sie eine Tüte dazu oder nehmen Sie es?
Nein, geht so.
Okay.
Ist ja auch ein Online-Shop.
Ja, genau. Gerne. Einmal 5 zurück. Und Ihre Schildkröte setzt sich da oben hin. Vielen Dank und viel Spaß.
Danke. Ja, die sind ja niedlich. Kinder, ja.
Dann schauen wir mal her. Das sind vielleicht noch gar nicht oder sowas. Ich hoffe, dass sie groß nur ist.
Echt schön.
Einmal ein Fünferpack quasi.
Ja, bitte.
Dann sonst 8 bei Ihnen. Dankeschön. Ach, witzig, wir haben den gleichen Rucksack.
Ehrlich?
Ja.
Ist ja nicht wahr. Erzähl's.
Ich dachte mir gerade, den kenne ich doch irgendwie. Hallo.
Hallo. Wir sind gerade dabei, irgendwas Neues zu schaffen.
Ja, genau. Ich nehme das immer ganz gerne mit, weil ich kannte, also das ist der Vorteil, dass man es ja mitnehmen kann. Und dann kann man die Zeit gleich ein bisschen nutzen und gleich wieder was machen. Und man zeigt auch, dass man es selber gemacht hat. Das ist eigentlich gar nicht verkehrt.
So ist es.
Okay, quick check-in. It's now way better than before. We've had a couple of sales and I've borrowed a big piece for a backing from my neighbor. So he's amazing. He shares his electricity with me and he also borrowed me the backing for my booth. So pretty amazing. I got super lucky with that. And yeah, we've been selling a couple of items already. And also it's super busy already, even though it's like not even 12 yet. So pretty good there. Super happy with that. and I'm now feeling way better than beforehand. It was super stressful. I've never had a stressful market setup. So yeah, definitely a super busy market so far. I had to interrupt you shortly because I had a customer. So far the Christmas cards are the big seller today. I already sold 10 of them, so definitely recommend having other little items in your booth that aren't plushies, because right now they seem to be super popular. But yeah, I'm currently working on an Etsy order that I got yesterday. So for a little cat, because I want to get that out on Monday so that it arrives definitely before Christmas. So that's what I'm currently working on. For now, it's pretty chill. It's super busy. People are definitely looking. And I can't wait to see how this market does in the evening because it's already busy right now. Update, we have sold the avocado bear, which I never thought would happen. So pretty good so far. Hello. Okay, quick update. So it's now 2, so 3 hours into the market, and we've sold quite a lot of stuff. So pretty happy with that right now. Currently working on the third cat, so that is going well as well. And I've sold a couple of every type of item so far. A couple of wristlets, they are actually pretty popular. So 4 wristlets so far, and cards, a lot of cards, and obviously a lot of plushies as always. But market is getting pretty busy, so super happy with the turnout so far, and kind of over the setup already. What's going to be very interesting is that it is supposed to snow tonight, and my roof is not waterproof, so I need to take everything down tonight.
Ich nehme jetzt einfach nur das für den Kleinen mit den großen Klinken genug zu Weihnachten.
Ja, dann sind es 16 Euro.
Jawohl.
Machst du eine Tüte dazu oder nimmst du die in die Hand?
Hast du eine kleine?
Ich habe so eine Papiertüte.
Mach 18.
Aber was ist denn das? Schau mal, das ist
Vielen Dank. Also wie ihr wollt, ich habe so eine Papiertüte da oder...
Ach, weißt du was? Geht eigentlich in die Tasche.
Okay,
Ich wärme mich gleich auf.
Alles klar.
Danke dir.
Vielen Dank. Okay, update. So it's super cold right now. It's almost 4, so still 4 hours left, and I'm kind of freezing right now. It's insanely cold. It is supposed to rain later on, which is not so fun. And yeah, but it's been going pretty good so far. I have sold quite a lot of plushies, but also quite a lot of cards. Still, they are still pretty popular. It's kind of getting dark now, and I will need to install another light source because it's kind of dark in my booth. Update, it is now 7, so we have an hour left, and my booth is looking like a catastrophe because I'm almost cleared out of plushies. I have 6 left, so that's not good because we have a whole nother day tomorrow, and I'm actually debating if I should actually tear down my whole booth and not return tomorrow. I'm not sure. Because I do need to tear down my booth anyways because it has started to rain, so I will need to take everything down tonight so that it won't get wet overnight. And then I will have a little sit-in with my boyfriend, and we will decide if I go back tomorrow, because it's kind of useless because I won't be able to sell anything if I don't have anything, but I'm not sure about it yet. So we will see all about that. I will of course keep you updated on that, and I will show you a little bit of my booth before I tear it down today. Good morning from day 2 of the market. We're already at the venue. My boyfriend came with me today and helped me set up everything again because I took down everything, like including lights and a tablecloth and everything, because it was supposed to snow or rain last night, which ended up not happening. But better safe than sorry, because as I said before, the booth is pretty bare, and yeah, everything would have been wet if it did rain. So we set everything back up today, and I know I talked about possibly not returning to this market today because I almost sold out yesterday. I have 2 turtles left, 4 mushrooms, and a whale. So I was crocheting like crazy last night and tried to make a couple of items again. But in the end, I decided to come back to this market to just try and sell a lot of the home decor items and stuff like that. And in the end, I decided that I can always rearrange my booth and end this market year the right way and return to a market, even though I won't be able to sell so much today. It will probably be a slower day for me today, even though my booth neighbors said that Sunday would be the busier day. We will see about that. I don't really have a lot of plushies left for today, but also, as my boyfriend came with me today, you can expect a venue tour again today, as we've been doing for all of the Christmas markets so far, and this one is another very, very pretty market with lots of very cute booths. So stay tuned for that. I will do a couple more check-ins throughout the day. I'm also layered up like crazy. I have a couple more layers on than yesterday because it's crazy cold this weekend, and also it's crazy windy in the spot that our booths are set up. And yeah, let's see how the market day goes. And then after this one, we're done with markets for this year. And after this day, I will give you the recap for this market. And then possibly, if you guys are interested, I can make a video on like a little market recap for the whole year, because I've been doing quite a lot of markets and I would be willing to share more details about the market and how I found my markets and all of that stuff. So leave me a comment down below if you are interested in a video like that. But for now, let's start the market. We have 10 more minutes until the market officially starts, but there's a lot of people walking around already, and that's why I should probably get back to my booth. I have a couple of plushies to finish up as well, so I will do that, and we will see how it goes.
Wie geht's euch? Gut.
versiegelt, damit die Oberfläche kratzt und wasserbeständig ist. Hallo. Ja, die sind selber gehäkelt.
Die sind ja süß. Ich sehe es gerade. Das ist ja Wahnsinn.
Die war gestern so beliebt, dass ich jetzt heute alles mitgenommen habe, damit ich sie heute auch fertig machen
Die
kann.
Farbe ist gerade süß, die gefällt mir auch gut, genau. Die große Tochter liebt Schildkröten. Die ist zwar schon 20, aber
Ja, aber ich hatte es auch, also tatsächlich,
irgendwie
die
wäre
Zielgruppe
das
ist
witzig
gar nicht nur
fürs
Kinder.
Auto.
Ja.
Gell? Also, die braucht jetzt noch ein bisschen.
Ja, 5 Minuten vielleicht. Also
Wissen
ich
Sie
bin
was?
gleich fertig.
Ich komme noch mal vorbei, weil
Ja.
vielleicht hole ich mit. Schau immer
Gerne.
runter
Ja,
und
ja.
also alles gut.
Ich bin gleich fertig.
Weil gerade die Farbe würde
Ja.
ich jetzt total nett.
Ja,
Die
klar.
würde zu ihr einfach für oben irgendwie aufs Armaturenbrett oder so. Ich find
Nee,
die
klar,
echt
ich bin
witzig.
gleich fertig, mach's.
Ja,
Dankeschön.
also ich nehme die.
Ja.
Okay, little update. It's insanely windy today, which is kind of annoying because my back wall keeps flapping around like crazy. But as you just saw, I sold my turtle on the fly as I was finishing it up, and I immediately sold it to that woman, and it's been going pretty well. Wristlets are flying off the shelves today. I've sold like 5 of them already, and it's only 1:30, so that's kind of crazy. But yeah, pretty happy with the turnout today so far, and I'm just crocheting away. I keep making whales and selling them immediately, so that's good. So welcome to the market breakdown portion of this video. The market is over and I want to tell you a little bit more about this market and everything that was going on in my head and around me, because this was honestly such a mess in the beginning, because as I told you in my car at the very beginning of this video, I felt severely underprepared for this market when I showed up to it, because I didn't really know beforehand what the booth was going to look like, and even though I asked the organizers a couple of times, nobody would answer me, so that was not so much fun. When I arrived at the booth was completely barren. There was nothing set up yet. I even had to put the striped canopy that was on top of my booth, I had to put that up by myself, which wasn't fun because for setup for day 1 I was all by myself and I did not know that that was going to happen. So I asked some other vendors if they had a ladder or something, and I was able to borrow a ladder because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to put the canopy up by myself. But also all of the other vendors were super busy trying to get everything ready for the market day, so I had to put it up by myself because I couldn't find anybody that was able to help me, which I don't blame the other vendors. It's very stressful to set up for a market. So I completely understand that they can't really take a lot of time out of their setup time to help me set up my booth. But I really wish that the organizers would have told us beforehand, because then my boyfriend would have come with me for day 1 already and would have been able to help me. Also, as I teased before, I did not know that there was going to be like no backing or anything for the booth. I ended up being lucky and being able to borrow something from my neighbor to put up, because otherwise it would have been crazy cold because it was super windy. And yeah, I do have backings for my canopy tent and I would have been able to bring those if I had known beforehand. So in conclusion, I really wish that the organizers would have told us a bit more about how the setup was going to be at the market before we arrived there. But now if I do this market again next year, I know what to expect. I'm not entirely sure right now if I would go back to this market next year. I kind of have to take a bit of time and think about what next year's Christmas market season is going to look like for me and kind of plan that out during my winter break that is coming up after Christmas. I have 2 weeks off of my day job, and then I will also take a couple of days of like chill time off of my small business and kind of think about market season and a lot of other stuff, but that is coming up in a lot of other videos on my channel. For now, I want to talk a bit more about this market. So as you guys know, and as you guys saw in the last clip at the market, I ended up selling completely out of plushies. I currently have 0 plushies left in my inventory, which is something that I never thought would happen. I thought that I would always have a couple of plushies that would come home with me. I have had a couple of plushies for a very, very long time, and I didn't think that they were ever going to sell. First example being my big avocado bear, and then also my orange snail from the Snail Council. They have been with me for more than like half a year, and I always took them to my markets and I always took them back home, but this time was their time to sell and they finally found new homes, and I'm super happy for them and honestly for me too, because I now have a fresh, clean slate and I can start to build up my inventory all from scratch again. And honestly, that makes me kind of excited to start and crochet more. But yeah, also as I told you before during my check-ins, my Christmas cards were crazy popular this time. I will get into the details in just a little bit, but I definitely recommend having other little fun items. I know that like having a completely different type of item like my home decor items is not for every crocheter out there, but having little like additions like my wristlets and cards and possibly like something like stickers or keychains or something like that is such a good way to kind of attract different types of customers to your booth and also to add on to customers' purchases, because I had a lot of people purchase a plushie and a wristlet or a couple of cards as well, so that their purchases were kind of bigger. So I definitely recommend having small little other items than just crochet plushies in your booth. That is definitely something that I have learned from this crazy Christmas market season, that it's awesome to have something else as well in your booth to add on to your plushie sales. So now I have yapped on about this market enough, and I think I will get down into the details, into the financial breakdown. Everything is recorded in my smart little booklet. If I ever lost that, I don't know what I would do. There's like all of the details about my business are in here, which I know is probably not a good thing, and I should probably track all of that digitally as well. But for now, this is what I like doing. I like recording everything like written by hand. So let me open this smart little book up and tell you a little bit more about this market. So let's get into the amount of sales and the amount of items that we sold on each day and then in total. So on Saturday, we had 60 orders and we sold a total of 99 items, which is insane for one day. Then on Sunday, as I predicted in my car on Sunday morning, we had a bit of a slower Sunday than Saturday just because I had very limited plushie stock for Sunday, but still we ended up having 48 orders and we sold 70 items, which is still pretty good for me having a very, very limited plushie inventory. So in total, for the whole weekend, we had 108 orders and we sold 169 items, which is pretty good. So then next up, I still won't be able to do bestsellers because we sold out of plushies, so I can't really give you like a real bestseller for that. But something that was insanely popular at this market were my wristlets. I have been yapping on about this pattern before, but I really love these wristlets and people have been loving them so far. This Christmas market season, I sold so many of those. And at this market, I sold a total of 18 wristlets. So that is kind of insane. We made 143 euros with that because I decided to put up a bundle deal for those wristlets. And if people were getting 2, they would have to pay a little less for each wristlet. So usually I sell my wristlets for 8 euros, but I have the deal that 2 wristlets are 15 euros. So you could save €1 on that. and 2 people actually purchased that deal, but then we also got a tip for a wristlet for €1, so that's why it's 143 euros. Next up, for the Christmas cards, I sold 55 cards, which is pretty good, and I also have a deal going on for those. So if people purchase 5 cards, they're €8. So 1 card is €2, and if people purchase 5 cards, they're €8. So they basically get a free card. So it's basically buy 4, get 1 free. And 7 people purchased that deal. So we made €96 on Christmas cards. And then for home decor pieces, we sold 20 pieces and I made €214 off of home decor pieces. And then for plushies, I sold 76 plushies and I made a total of €1,051. The average order value this time was €13.93. So it was lower this time, but that was to be expected since I sold quite a lot of cards and they are the cheapest item in my booth. So it's no surprise to me that the average order value was a little lower this time. But in total, I made €1,504 at this market, which is pretty good. I know that if I had more plushies at this market, I would have been able to make a lot more money at this market because people were crazy about the plushies. I could have sold so many more, but honestly, I made so many plushies last week just to try and have any at this market. And I'm actually pretty happy with the amount of plushies that are prepped, and I'm even more happy that all of them found a new home. So the booth fee for this market was €200, so definitely a fair booth fee. Personally, to me, a market is super profitable once I make like 10 times the booth fee, but this time I'm actually still alright with the amount of money that I made, even though it's not 10 times the booth fee, because that's kind of on me for not having more plushie inventory. I definitely could have made 10 times my booth fee if I had more plushies, so still a very good market. As I said before, I will have to think about my next year's Christmas market season before I decide if I go back to this market next year, but for now I have a lot of Etsy and custom orders that I need to complete before Christmas, so I will have a crazy busy week of running my small business coming up next week for you. And I thank you so much for watching this video all the way until the end. And I will see you guys again next week. So until then, bye!